Hello everyone and welcome back to another video from our channel Time Capsule. Today and in these recent days, we've lost some truly special souls, people who brought joy, music, stories, and heart to so many lives. Through sports, entertainment, music, and storytelling, these individuals created moments that audiences will remember for years to come. Their work reached people across generations, bringing laughter, excitement, inspiration, and sometimes comfort during difficult times. Jamie Dunn was a beloved Australian entertainer and comedian whose humor and creativity brought joy to audiences for decades. Known for his lively personality and quick wit, he became one of the most recognizable figures in Australian television entertainment. Jamie Dunn rose to national fame through his work on children's television, especially through the iconic puppet character Agro. Through the popular program Agro's Cartoon Connection, Jamie helped create a vibrant and playful show that became a daily favorite for children across Australia. Agro, the puppet with a mischievous personality and sharp sense of humor, quickly became a cultural icon. Jamie's voice and comedic timing gave life to the character, making it feel real, energetic, and unforgettable. The show blended cartoons, interviews, and spontaneous comedy, and Jamie's ability to improvise made every episode feel unique and entertaining. Beyond Agro, Jamie Dunn worked in many areas of entertainment. He was a comedian, performer, writer, and radio personality who enjoyed connecting with audiences in different ways. His natural talent for humor allowed him to create laughter in both scripted and unscripted moments. Throughout his career, he remained passionate about entertaining families and creating content that people of all ages could enjoy together. Those who worked with Jamie Dunn often described him as warm, friendly, and deeply supportive of the people around him. He had a reputation for making colleagues feel comfortable and valued. On television sets and behind the scenes, he helped create an atmosphere filled with positivity and creativity. Fans who grew up watching his shows frequently spoke about how much joy he brought into their childhoods. For many families, Jamie Dunn was a familiar presence on their television screens during the afternoons, sharing laughter and fun after long school days. Jamie Dunn passed away after a long and memorable career in entertainment. News of his passing brought sadness to the many fans who had grown up watching his shows and to colleagues who had shared the stage with him. His work left a deep impression on Australian television, and his characters became a cherished part of many childhood memories. The legacy Jamie Dunn leaves behind is one of laughter, imagination, and warmth. His performances continue to live on through recordings and memories shared by those who loved his work. For countless viewers, Jamie Dunn represented the joy of childhood television and the simple power of humor to brighten someone's day. Bob Harlan was a respected sports executive who played a significant role in shaping the modern success of the Green Bay Packers. Known for his thoughtful leadership and dedication to the organization, he became one of the most influential figures in the team's history. Bob Harlan spent many years guiding the Packers during an important period of growth and achievement. As the president of the organization, he helped lead the team through a remarkable era that included major victories and a renewed sense of pride for the franchise. Under his leadership, the Packers returned to national prominence and captured championships that thrilled fans across the United States. His vision helped strengthen the team's operations, ensuring that the organization remained stable and competitive for the future. One of Bob Harlan's most important contributions was preserving the Packers' unique community ownership structure. Unlike most professional sports teams, the Green Bay Packers are owned by thousands of shareholders from the community rather than a single private owner. Harlan strongly believed in protecting this tradition because it represented the strong bond between the team and its supporters. His leadership helped ensure that the Packers remained deeply connected to the city of Green Bay and its loyal fan base. People who worked with Bob Harlan often admired his calm and respectful leadership style. He believed that teamwork and cooperation were essential to success. Rather than seeking attention for himself, he focused on supporting players, coaches, and staff members who worked hard to represent the organization. His integrity and fairness earned him the respect of many within the sports world. Bob Harlan passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence the Green Bay Packers organization today. His passing was deeply felt by fans and colleagues who recognized the impact he had on the team's success and stability. Bob Harlan's legacy is reflected in the strong foundation he helped build for the Packers. His leadership demonstrated that true success comes not only from winning games, but also from building a community that shares pride, loyalty, and respect. Jacques Michel was a respected singer and songwriter whose music carried emotion, sincerity, and thoughtful storytelling. For many years, his songs touched listeners who appreciated music that spoke honestly about life, love, and personal reflection. Throughout his career, Jacques Michel became known as an artist who valued authenticity in his work. His music often explored the experiences of everyday life, capturing moments of joy, hope, and sometimes quiet sadness. His voice carried a warm and expressive tone that allowed listeners to feel the emotion behind every lyric. Over the years, he released a number of albums that gained admiration from fans of French-language music. Each recording reflected his dedication to meaningful songwriting and his passion for sharing stories through melody. Jacques Michel's songs were often deeply personal, yet they resonated with a wide audience. Many listeners found pieces of their own lives reflected in his music. Whether singing about love, reflection, or the passage of time, he created songs that encouraged people to pause and think about the moments that shaped their lives. His style remained genuine and heartfelt, avoiding trends and instead focusing on music that felt honest and lasting. Beyond his recordings, Jacques Michel also performed live for audiences who appreciated the intimate atmosphere of his concerts. On stage, he created an environment where listeners felt connected not only to the music but also to the emotions behind it. His performances often felt like shared conversations between the artist and his audience. Fans admired the calm presence he brought to the stage and the sincerity with which he presented his work. People who knew Jacques Michel personally often described him as a gentle and thoughtful individual. Fellow musicians respected his dedication to music and his willingness to support younger artists who were beginning their careers. He believed strongly in artistic creativity and encouraged others to follow their own musical voices. Those who worked with him remembered his kindness, patience, and genuine appreciation for the craft of songwriting. Jacques Michel passed away in recent days after a long career devoted to music and creativity. News of his passing saddened fans who had followed his journey and cherished the songs he created throughout the years. His music had become part of the personal memories of many listeners, accompanying moments of happiness, reflection, and change in their lives. Though his voice may now be silent, the music Jacques Michel created continues to live on. His songs remain available for listeners who wish to revisit the emotions and stories he shared. Through his lyrics and melodies, he captured pieces of life that continue to resonate with people long after the music first began. The legacy Jacques Michel leaves behind is one of sincerity, creativity, and emotional connection. His work reminds us that music has the power to bring people together, to comfort us, and to help us understand our own experiences more clearly. Corey Parker was remembered by many as a dedicated individual whose life reflected determination, loyalty, and meaningful relationships with the people around him. Though his story may not have unfolded in the spotlight like some public figures, his impact on those who knew him personally was deeply felt. Throughout his life, Corey Parker demonstrated a strong commitment to the goals he pursued. People who worked alongside him often admired his work ethic and the seriousness with which he approached his responsibilities. He believed that progress comes through persistence, patience, and the willingness to continue learning. Whether facing challenges or celebrating successes, he approached each stage of life with determination. Friends and colleagues often described Corey as someone who valued honesty and loyalty. He believed that relationships were one of the most important parts of life. Those who knew him appreciated his ability to listen carefully and offer thoughtful advice when someone needed support. His presence brought encouragement to the people around him, and he was often the kind of person others could rely on during difficult moments. Beyond his professional life, Corey Parker enjoyed spending time with friends and loved ones. The people closest to him remembered the quiet moments of conversation, shared laughter, and simple experiences that created lasting memories. For many, Corey's greatest strength was his ability to build genuine connections with others. He believed strongly in helping people whenever possible and in showing kindness through everyday actions. News of Corey Parker's passing brought sadness to those who had known him personally. Friends, family members, and colleagues reflected on the many moments they had shared with him and the positive influence he had in their lives. While every life eventually reaches its end, the memories we leave behind continue to shape the lives of those who remain. In remembering Corey Parker, people often spoke about the values he carried throughout his life. Dedication, kindness, and loyalty were qualities that defined his character. These values helped him form meaningful friendships and lasting bonds with the people around him. The legacy Corey Parker leaves behind lives on through the memories and relationships he built. His story reminds us that the influence of a life is often measured not by fame or recognition, but by the kindness and support we offer to others. The connections he created continue to live on in the hearts of those who knew him. Sandy Wernick was a respected film producer whose work helped bring laughter and entertainment to audiences around the world. Though he often worked behind the scenes, his contributions played an important role in shaping some of the most memorable comedy films of the past few decades. Throughout his career in Hollywood, Sandy Wernick built a reputation as a creative and supportive producer who understood the art of storytelling. He worked on numerous projects that entertained millions of viewers, helping guide films from early ideas to completed productions. One of the partnerships that defined his career was his long collaboration with actor and comedian Adam Sandler. Together, they worked on a variety of popular comedy films that became favorites among audiences who enjoyed humor mixed with heartfelt moments. Producing a film requires patience, vision, and the ability to bring together talented people from many different fields. Sandy Wernick understood this process deeply. He helped organize creative teams, support writers and directors, and ensure that each project stayed focused on its story. Though producers are rarely seen on screen, their role is essential in turning ideas into films that audiences can enjoy. Colleagues who worked with Sandy often described him as friendly, approachable, and encouraging. He believed strongly in collaboration and understood that filmmaking is a shared effort. People in the industry appreciated his calm presence and the respect he showed toward everyone involved in a production. His experience and guidance helped many creative teams work smoothly together. Beyond his professional achievements, Sandy Wernick was known as someone who genuinely cared about the people around him. Those who knew him personally often spoke about his warm personality and his sense of humor. He enjoyed being part of a creative environment where ideas could grow and where laughter was always welcome. Sandy Wernick passed away at the age of 78, leaving behind a career that had brought joy and entertainment to audiences across the world. His passing was felt deeply by friends, colleagues, and fans who had enjoyed the films he helped produce. The legacy Sandy Wernick leaves behind continues through the movies he helped create. These films remain part of popular culture and continue to bring laughter to new audiences every year. His work reminds us that behind every great film is a team of dedicated individuals who believe in the power of storytelling. Dennis Cometti was one of the most recognizable voices in Australian sports broadcasting. For decades, he brought the excitement of Australian rules football to millions of fans through his memorable commentary and deep knowledge of the game. Dennis Cometti began his career in sports broadcasting in the 1970s, quickly gaining attention for his unique style of commentary. His voice carried a balance of enthusiasm, intelligence, and humor that made every match feel engaging and exciting. Over time, he became closely associated with some of the most dramatic moments in football history. When fans heard his voice during a broadcast, they knew they were about to witness something special. One of the qualities that made Dennis Cometti stand out as a commentator was his ability to describe the game clearly while also adding clever observations and humor. His quick wit allowed him to create memorable one-liners that fans would repeat long after the match ended. These moments became part of football culture, helping his voice remain familiar to generations of sports supporters. Despite his popularity, Dennis Cometti was widely known for his humility and professionalism. Colleagues often spoke about the respect he showed toward players, coaches, and fellow broadcasters. He approached every game with preparation and dedication, ensuring that his commentary honored the spirit of the sport. Fans appreciated not only his knowledge of football but also the warmth he brought to every broadcast. Whether describing a tense final moment or a lighthearted play during a match, his voice helped capture the emotion of the game. For many viewers, Dennis Cometti's commentary became part of the experience of watching football itself. Dennis Cometti passed away at the age of 74, leaving behind a broadcasting career that influenced generations of commentators. News of his passing saddened sports fans who had listened to his voice for many years. Though he is no longer behind the microphone, the moments he helped capture continue to live on in the memories of football supporters. His commentary remains part of the history of the sport he loved. The legacy Dennis Cometti leaves behind is one of passion, storytelling, and dedication to the game. His voice will always be remembered as one of the defining sounds of Australian football. Lou Holtz was one of the most respected and influential coaches in the history of college football. Known for his leadership, discipline, and motivational spirit, he inspired generations of athletes both on and off the field. During his long coaching career, Lou Holtz led several major college football programs, including Notre Dame, Arkansas, South Carolina, and others. His most famous achievement came in 1988 when he guided the University of Notre Dame to a national championship. That season became one of the most memorable in college football history, demonstrating the strength of teamwork and determination that Holtz emphasized throughout his career. Holtz believed that coaching was about more than simply winning games. He focused strongly on building character in the players he worked with. His philosophy encouraged athletes to develop discipline, responsibility, and respect for others. Many of his former players later spoke about how the lessons he taught them helped shape their lives long after their football careers ended. His ability to motivate others was one of his greatest strengths. Lou Holtz often delivered powerful speeches that encouraged people to believe in themselves and work hard to achieve their goals. His words inspired not only athletes but also students, professionals, and audiences who heard him speak about leadership and perseverance. Even after retiring from coaching, Holtz continued to share his insights as a motivational speaker and sports analyst. His commentary and speeches allowed him to reach new audiences and continue encouraging people to pursue excellence in their own lives. Lou Holtz passed away at the age of 89 after a lifetime dedicated to sports, leadership, and mentorship. His passing marked the end of an extraordinary career that influenced countless players and coaches. The legacy Lou Holtz leaves behind continues through the athletes he mentored and the values he promoted throughout his life. His story reminds us that leadership is about helping others discover their potential and guiding them toward success. As we come to the end of this tribute, we remember that every life leaves behind a story. The individuals we honored today touched many lives and brought joy, inspiration, and lasting memories. Though they are no longer with us, their legacy will continue through the work they shared and the people they inspired. Thank you for joining us on Time Capsule. If this tribute meant something to you, please like the video, subscribe to Time Capsule, and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, take care and keep their memories alive.